Hey everybody, welcome back to another tutorial. In the last part I showed you guys images, and in this part I want to just work about like a small little important thing about HTML before we get started on other stuff that I want to teach you guys. Just gonna X out of this. Now, as you can see, we have one big document inside our server, and inside this document we have all of our web pages. But as you could probably imagine, when we actually get our website started, we have all of our pictures and all of our HTML web pages and everything. It's gonna start getting a little crowded, and it'll make it so that it's kind of hard for us to actually locate a file if we have to edit it or update our site. Now, in order to fix this problem, we're gonna want to organize all of our content into different folders. One thing you're going to have to do is make sure that the favicon and the index stay in the root directory. But let's say we want to keep our, images in, one big folder that's called images or media, because that's what I usually do. And we'll make the file inside the, we have to make the file inside htdocs, which is our, web server file. And we're going to want to click and drag our new releases into media. But if we refresh the page now, our web browser can't seem to locate the file because it used to just say, okay, we'll just look for new releases inside here. But no, now we want to tell it that we're gonna you have to look inside a different folder in order to do this. It's simple. You type in media slash you type in inside the image tag actually source, and you type in media slash new releases.png. So now if we save the site and refresh, it'll be able to see the site. I mean, it'll be able to see the image because we're now telling it, all right, you're inside our server. Well, it's not good enough. Just how inside localhost, that localhost folder, we're going to want to access, like this localhost server folder, whatever, we want to access a certain file. Just like that, we want to say, okay, I want you to go a step further, go into another folder, and then locate a file, new releases.png, and it's okay. So it's saying, okay, inside this folder we have another thing, and inside that, it's kind of like it's good for organization purposes. So that's one thing. Let's say now we're gonna want to be consistent, and we're gonna want to make this so this image works as well. So we're gonna put that inside media, and okay, now our image works. Now, but that's not good enough. We have all our media on one page, but we have so many other HTML documents. So we're gonna make another folder and call it pages for right now, for lack of a better thing, too. And we're going to want to click and drag new VG into here. We're going to make sure that index always stays in the root directory, though. And now, like I said before, if we're going to want to enter this thing, it's going to look for inside the localhost folder. It's going to look for the new VG file, but it's not going to find it because we've messed around with it. It's not object not found. So what we're going to want to do now is go inside pages, right click on new vg.html, edit with notepad++ because it couldn't find it inside that one directory because we're messing around with our web page locations and everything. No big deal. Now we're gonna want to type in pages slash inside the href, which means the link page. We're going to want to go inside another folder in our server, which is pages, and then from there we're going to access this page, newvg.html. So as you can see, if we refresh it now that we've messed around with our code and we click on it now, on the bottom, as you can see, it's now saying new folder. We have to look inside a new folder. Now if you click on it, it can find it. Another thing now is, we have to worry about something else because, Whoa, ho, ho, I have no idea what that was, guys. I apologize. But, like I was saying before, if you want to access, a page that's, going from here into here, that's one thing. But how are you supposed to access a page if it's inside the page? If it's inside a folder? So if you want to go from here to here, how does that even work? Well, the answer is simple. We're going to want to, well, there's two different ways, but since we're using XAMPP, I'm going to show you guys the easier way. To go back to the home page, instead of just typing in the link like this, we're going to have to type out the entire address, which means basically we have to do http localhost/index.html. Now, when we refresh the web page, we're going to click go back to home page, and it'll take us back to the index page. Similarly, I have to go do something again. I really apologize for that. But, so, like I said before, if you want to try to make the image, get the image from that one source, what we're going to do is type in the http localhost/media/newreleases.png, and as you can see, now it has the source of the web page. So yeah, this is a very nice handy for organizing your very handy tool for organizing your content. You can access any folder in the world. Heck, you can even go into the local host for this too. I don't see why you have to. It's just more text that you have to type. But you can even do that and it'll work just the same. If we were to get to the index page and we click on that, you'd get to the same thing. But as you know, if you're going down in the directory, you don't have to worry about that. So yeah, this is really handy for your web page. And by the way, from here on out, from this tutorial onwards, you can grab all of my documents from the zip file that's going to be provided in the description of this video. So you can just follow along and get all the images and put them in. I recommend you guys just follow, grab all the images from, just grab all the images and then look through my code and, just put 2 and 2 together like that. But you guys are smart. I'm positive you guys can figure things out. And, I say in the days in between each video, don't just wait for my video. Actually try this stuff out. The only way you're gonna get, better with HTML is if you constantly keep, applying it to different web pages. Like, for example, today, why don't you make a page with picture of a CD on top, and then just talk about the history of a CD player or whatever. And so yeah, it's been Phoenix 1015. In the next part, we're gonna. Actually, I think we're going to start covering something new, actually. See you guys then.